like you said at the banquet the other night, every point counted, but it's still the last event, the last throw, and you really put one out there.
Right.
You went 38 feet? 38-1.
Yep.
Here.
And I saw you got on the top 10 list, I think. So what was the feeling going from down in the dumps to, because you went over and you high-fived your coach, I believe you did, and all that. You go from bottom out to top.
Well, first, just going into shot put, I was mad. I had turned all of my sadness into, well, I'm just going to have to make this up in shot put. I'm just going to have to go out there and throw 40 feet, which 40 feet can happen, but it's always just a good goal. So I went out there, warm-ups were normal. There was Keela, which he was always a good competitor. And I just threw. I had a lot behind me before the last throw. And I just did it normal. And when I had it, I just kept going for more dead cents. So I can't do it first. But
what went through your mind when she passed you?
Right when she passed me, I heard that number, 37-2, and I was just like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. Keela goes up there, and I expected Keela would step up, but it didn't happen. And all of a sudden, everybody's around the shot put, and that never, ever happened. Mariah's over there going, yay, Allie! And all of a sudden, I've got everybody watching me. And everybody's watching. All of a sudden, Mr. Bauer and the last shot put throw is about to happen. Allie Harris, the 37-2 recording from I get in the ring. All I'm thinking is, okay, 37-2. That's all I gotta be, 37-2. I can do that. That's no problem. 37-2. It was dead silent. It was dead silent. You could hear my feet slide across the rock. And I think literally during the middle section of my throw, when I'm in between the gliding and the power position, I felt that this was the good one. And I don't think, with that feeling, I don't think I could ever do it again. Because it took a lot out of me. But just letting it go, I didn't even throw it normally. I feel it's so different from what I usually do. It was just so powerful. And my sisters and people watching told me, I throw high. And I never throw high. It's usually like just out. It just felt like it would never come down. I'd get out of the ring and Dyer said, Harris, get over here. And as I'm walking over, Brian yells 38 1 3/4, and I am just awesome. He gives me a high five, and my coach looks at me like, I don't even know. I never made him so proud, and I had never made everybody else so proud. It was nerve-wracking and relieving all at once. But
so we know what happened at regional. I think you had a great season. It's too bad that happened.
I can't ask for any more. I did my best, and that was amazing. I never would have expected everything from my junior year, freshman and sophomore. I never would have expected to be where I was this year.
Me?
But I learned a lot from the banquet. This year was the first time you run the 300, right? Consistently?
Yeah, because last year I only ran it like 2 or 3 times.
Don't want.
I didn't like it.
I couldn't get her to do it.
It's too long.
I don't want to.
Yeah. I also ran the 400 a couple of times this year. And I was happy, kind of.
For you?
For Tanya, she was
That was
happy.
good.
Let's talk about Tanya's mood.
Yeah.
Her happy.
Taya, why don't you chronicle the setbacks? Because I know that you know exactly what happened and which meet for 4 years.
Yep.
Go.
Freshman year, I placed 3rd at sectionals and went to regionals. And this girl came over, we're warming up over the hurdles, and I was walking back. I lift my leg up to go over the last hurdle just to walk over it to go back to my blocks. And the homestead girl, she had crazy form, and her leg, while she was going over, her spike went across my knee, and I'm like bleeding profusely. And I know I'm not bad with blood, but I mean I'm shaking at the line, and I asked the starter if I could go get it taken care of real quick, just wrap it up, and he's like, no, get in your block. And I'm shaking, and I don't think I false started. I think I just was shaking, and he called it. So yeah. But so that started out my career, and then sophomore year I false started at Penn relays. That was fun. And then I had a hip injury and didn't get to compete in conference, in which my freshman year I got second and was seeded first my sophomore year and didn't get to run because of hip injury, and then had a disappointing end of the season with it never really healed, and regionals wasn't the way I wanted it, or sectionals and regionals I didn't run the way I wanted to. And then my junior year I was doing really well, I thought, and I was really close to getting it under 16 seconds at Penn relays. I think I got 16 flat. And then the couple meets later, the last regular meet of the year, or Kokomo. Yeah, at Huntington. Coming over second last hurdle, I came down on my ankle and double sprained it and had a contusion to the bone. Awesome. And
that was junior.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what meet was that?
Kokomo.
It was our last regular season meet. So
And it's kind of ironic. That's when my hip injury flared up, was the Kokomo meet in my sophomore year. It flared up more. And then I was like, I don't want to. Yeah, I was like, I don't want to run in this meet. And then I double sprained my ankle.
That's another thing about Taya, though. She has like a sixth sense.
Yeah.
She starts to run, and when she's not, before every meet, she'd be like, not meant to run this race. Yep, today's a good day. She's got like a little turtle radar thing.
I can usually tell.
Well, the one thing I can say about covering you this year is I got the best pictures of you going over hurdles.
Those are good.
Your face is like,
But,
Yeah.
well, my
eyes are always closed.
I don't know how many shots I have to just.
This is
three.
Yeah, and you're always. Yes.